This is an introduction to division. The way to help you to understand division is to really think about separating things into equal groups. So for instance, if I have 12 marbles and I have 4 jars, and I want to separate those equally into those 4 jars, then I would start by putting a marble in each jar, and then I would put another marble in each jar, and then I would put another marble in each jar. And so now I can see that each jar would have the same amount of marbles, and they would each have 3 marbles. So in that case, the number 12, which is the number of marbles that we started with, is called the dividend. So it's what is being divided. The number 4 is called the divisor. So I am dividing it by 4. The result, or the solution, in this case 3, is called the quotient. So dividend, divisor, quotient. All of these 3 ways are how we might write a division problem. Typically, you're going to see one of the first 2 ways. The third way is typically how we would write it when we're actually solving using long division, which we'll get to this week. But 12 over 4 is a fraction, but that also means division because fractions just mean division. 12 divided by 4 using the divided by sign. I would try to stay away from the 12 divided by 4 written this way because that can get very confusing. So I do not recommend that at all. So for these first questions, we're going to first simplify. And again, simplify just means to find the solution. So 18 divided by 2 is essentially saying that 2 times what is 18? So 18 divided by 2 would be 9, and 60 divided by 5 is 12. We'll talk about how to do the long division later. Now we're identifying the quotient, the dividend, and the divisor. So the quotient is the solution. So our quotient for our first question is 9. The dividend is what is being divided. So dividend, which is 18, is the one that is being divided, and the divisor is what is going into the dividend. In this case, that is 2. For our second example, the quotient is 12 because that is the solution. The dividend is 60 because that is what was being divided, and the divisor was 5 because we were putting 5 into 60. Go ahead and do these 2 on your own, then press play to see how you did. For my first one, 14 divided by 7 is 2, since 7 times 2 is 14. The 14 is the dividend, the 7 is the divisor, and the 2 is the quotient. And for my second example, 100 divided by 10 essentially means 10 times what is 100, and that is 10. So this is my dividend, my divisor, and my quotient.